Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 3. And I'm back with part 7 of What If Naruto Was a God tier prodigy. Remember to get this one too. 100 like as usual. Share this to all of your friends on your social media platform. And also guys, don't forget to go ahead and check out the other channels if you're new, yes. I indeed have 3 more channels which I post what if on every single day for you guys to enjoy. Anime King 2, and Anime Symbol. And if you would like to see the text in what ifs, that's over on Anime Prints. So there's 4 of them guys. All of the links will be down in the description. So without further ado or wasting more time, don't forget to turn on the bell notification because I do post a hell of a lot on all the channels. So let us begin this now guys. So the last part that we left off, Zetsu reported back to the organization about what it had saw. Just how powerful Naruto was, which was beyond incredible. His strength was something of legends, and he was a child, facing off against all of Orochimaru elites, and his primary elite, Kimimaru. Naruto butchered them all and saved Sasuke. Some time passed after that. As both Naruto and Sasuke got promoted, they went through the proper stages, growing piece by piece. Sakura, right behind them. Everyone was getting better. Naruto's overwhelming strength was forcing many to look inwards, and they want to be just as strong as well. He was becoming a symbol within the hidden leaf, a pride symbol for everyone. Their pride burning hot inside of them. Similar to when Hoshirama Senju was alive, this boy became a monument. Before we knew it, 3 years went by. As we start to see the life of the older ninjas now, both Naruto and Sasuke had been promoted to Jonin. As we see Sasuke taking down a group of mercenaries. Despite their special blade work, the Uchiha was better than them. His eyes, his reflex, he was on another level entirely. We then get to see Naruto leading a team. Not his team, but in the next 6 months, he was thinking about becoming a Jonin sensei, giving himself in to save his comrade, but Naruto already had all of them covered. When all of the enemies approached, Naruto proceeded to take them out. The younger ninjas were stunned. They heard about him, but this was more than anything they expected. Over the years, everyone had insanely grown. Even Sakura, training others steady to keep up with the others, she became a beast in every single term of the word. We then got to see a bit of a romantic life with Naruto. It sparked with Yujito. They kept on running into one another. It seems like it was some predetermined fate or something, destiny for them to be together. They both knew that their villages weren't allied. However, Naruto and Jiraiya had visited the land of lightning, speaking to the Raikage about the danger of the Akatsuki. But so far their villages weren't united. Thus, this what they were doing was very bad. But the both of them trusted one another, and they told their 2 closest friends, Naruto telling Sasuke and Yujito telling Samui. So the both of them found themselves in a relationship, and the both of them were happy with one another. However, peace could not last for too long as the organization, the Akatsuki, decided to strike once again. They took Gaara. With the combined effort of Naruto and Sakura, Kankuro was healed within moments, giving them the trail to track the Akatsuki. Once they found them, Chiyo tagged along. The group ventured out, making their way, destined to save Gaara. As they made their way, they came across Itachi and Kisame, but Naruto informed them that they were just fakes, not the original. Sasuke took on Itachi, while Naruto took on Kisame. When Kisame opened his eyes, the other Akatsuki members were shocked at how fast it was. As he told them who was coming, this was bad, and they could not speed up the process. Itachi opened his eyes a moment later after Sasuke's sword was buried through his chest, claiming his life once and for all. Thus they arrive. Naruto uses wood clones to work quickly as they took down the massive boulder Sakura, reducing it to rubbles. The moment Naruto saw his eyes locked in, as he leaped, his power surging to bring down the entire thing. So yeah guys, basically last where left off, you guys can switch across the playlist for yourself, and also don't forget to go ahead and check out the other channels. The links will be down in the description. So without further ado or wasting any more time, how about we jump right into this? Let's begin now guys. The leader shouted. He shouted at Deidara and Sasori to stop him. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. 60 seconds twice. That was all they needed. That was all they needed. Sasori tore the cloth from his mouth. Lady Chiyo shouted as she saw Sakura move. It's poison, she shouted out, but Sakura was already upon it. Leaping from stone to stone she reached. She pulled out a chain. She has been experimenting with weapons as well. It was due to the changes that took place in Konoha. Many others specializing in different specialties. Sasuke taking up the blade. She spun the chain with such a force, such an elegance. She covered Naruto as the Senbons could not pierce it. Naruto didn't even have to look back, as Kakashi came crashing down, forcing Sasori away. Naruto felt it. Instead of smashing the statue, he held out his hand, feeling something, a strange connection. The next moment, Naruto dived right in. The leader, in his mind questioning, this child, foolish he thought. Sasuke was slashing at Deidara, who tried his best to back away as Chiyo made her way in for backup, while Naruto was inside of the massive source of chakra. This should be his end. Well, on a standing point. But the leader and every single other member felt it. They felt their ring on their hand. They felt their own chakra. It was Kisame that spoke up, having the most chakra in terms of the ceiling right here. It's reversing, Kisame said. The leader's eyes narrowed as Naruto had his hand on Gaara's chest. The chakra was reversing. That is when they saw his eyes. More precise, Itachi. The Mangekyou Sharingan. The process was reversing. Life was being pushed back into Gaara. The leader tried to take the statue away. However, something was wrong. Hiding within the shadows was Toby, watching. Pain cursed under his breath as he tried to pull the statue away, but it wasn't budging. His pull on it seemed non-existent, almost like a shield blocking it. He pumped his chakra out, flaring it dangerously. As Naruto felt the connection lost, the statue poofed away, the silhouette of the others dissembling. Naruto grabbed Gaara and crashed down to the ground. He snapped his head to the left. But the rippling effect was already gone, the masked man vanishing away. Naruto slowly placed Gaara on the ground, checking on him. His pulse was erratic. The process wasn't easy on his body. Naruto placed both hands on Gaara's chest. His eyes closed. His arms. You can see the medical ninjutsu expertise really reflecting here. Instead of the glow, Naruto's whole hands became green. This wasn't just any normal medical ninjutsu. Just like Hoshirama Senju, who could heal without weaving a hand sign. However, Naruto has taken it to another level. Gaara started to breathe normally. His body flushing out, calming down. As Naruto stabilized his chakra, keeping it centered so that it wouldn't go overboard, and the excess rushing energy killing him in the process because his body was gravely weakened, immensely so. It took about 30 seconds as Naruto heard the ruckus behind him, but he kept Gaara safe, having trust in his team and even Lady Chiyo. Gaara finally stabilized, enough for him to be moved without concern. A wood clone erupted out of the ground and took him away. Naruto then turned his gaze. Everything came to a stop. Sasori and Deidara felt it. Kisame words linger in their mind. The best thing for you two to do is to run. Otherwise, if he catch you, you're both going to die. Based on Kisame facing that monster, the leader had told them once the process was over, they were to leave. They were both too valuable to the organization to lose. Deidara for his birds, high point of view, Sasori for his spy network. Unfortunately for them though, they wouldn't have the chance as they felt it. It felt like death was about to rip out their soul. Sasori, who has made himself into perfection as he saw it, for the first time in a long while, felt that erratic sensation. It was fear. Deidara looked up. As the two of them had backed themselves away from the Konoha ninja and San Kunoichi. As Naruto stepped up towards them, Naruto's Sharingan was burning red. Gaara worked his entire life to prove that he wasn't a monster. Crawling into the light. And you worms, you pathetic lowlifes, wanted to take that away from him. To reduce him to nothing but a vessel. As if any of this belongs to you. Naruto said, his fist clenching. Naruto's killer intent went wild. Lady Chiyo staggered. Never been this close to the one that she heard about so much. People spoke about him. The one that possessed the will to overtake Hoshirama Senju. The man that was known as the god of this world. Well, god of the shinobis. The man that had power that forced balance, realization, connections, through power and bond. And this boy had the potential to be something far, far, far greater. Many, not knowing the depths of his power, not even a small piece of it. Sasuke's eyes were already activated as he stood alongside Naruto, Chiyo and Sakura standing behind as support. Naruto raised his hand. One of you will crawl back with me alive, and you will tell me every single information on your organization so that I can crush it once and for all. Choose now, said Naruto. Deidara scoffed on his bird. Big words, you brat. You think you can... However, Naruto did not give him the chance to say anything else. The wood release erupted from the earth, forcing Deidara to move away. Sasori leaping back as he pulled out a scroll, summoning his greatest weapon, realizing that this boy should not be taken for granted. As he summoned the third Kazekage, Kakashi went toe to toe with it, dodging the iron sand under Lady Chiyo's command. Sakura swung her chain, the metal link glowing with chakra. They work as a perfect unit, in synchrony. Sasori was struggling to keep up, that damn woman behind them, feeding them every source of information. Sasuke leaped into mid-air, using the lightning, reducing Deidara bombs to nothing but clay hosts. After seeing what his electricity had done to them earlier, the perfect counter. The Akatsuki was being pushed back extremely hard. Sasori wasn't even aware that he was being lured into a trap. As Naruto appeared out of nowhere, he had to shed his great protection, revealing his true self that hasn't aged, but Naruto would hear none of it. The Kazekage iron sand clashed with the wood release. However, the ground, the very heavens themselves seemed to erupt as the tentacles went into the sky, trees blooming, shooting out, massive logs crushing down. The puppet tried to slice and tear, but without the true human instinct and connection to understand, as Sasori led it trying to escape, but it was grabbed by that chain. Sakura yanked it. Its iron sand clashed against the chain, but it didn't matter, as Chidori ripped it to sunders, tearing it apart, courtesy of Kakashi. Sasori cursed as he released hundreds of puppets, blanket in the sky, destroying Naruto would release, trying to get some room. Kakashi immediately flanked, Ishidori sparking as he cut through puppets, forcing Sasori to shift his focus. Sakura was swinging her chain, wrapping her own puppets, bringing them down to the earth and crushing them with a terrifying amount of force. Even Lady Chiyo, moving like she was still within her prime, going through the battlefield. As for Naruto, the battle seemed to just be beginning, his power surging beyond anything any of them has ever felt. He brought his hand down, wood style, divine thousand spears, he said. Target and precise. The puppets started to drop like fly. Even Deidara's bomb that he was trying to use to dismantling their teamwork got nowhere, skewered in the air, exploding. Both Akatsuki members found themselves being pushed back insanely hard. Naruto moved through the field, bending Mokuton wall to protect his allies as he whiffed and dodged. Nothing seemed to be getting close. Sasori watched as his army fell, an army that could take down a country. This boy, what the hell is he? He said. He was forced to use himself as he pulled that card from within, showing off his puppet form, using fire wind. Unfortunately though, none of them stood a chance. Absolutely none of them. However, Deidara, being pressed by Sasuke, got pissed. Fine, I'll show you all what true art is, he said. He released a massive creature that twists and turned. It seemed to slip through everything. It came down with a detonation to swallow them all. However, a massive wood golem emerged from the ground. It opened its chest and wrapped around the bomb. The body expanded, smoke coming out of everywhere. However, the explosion was not, causing Deidara to stand there absolutely shocked. As Naruto stepped off the golem's head, Deidara, the split second he left his guard, Naruto hit him so hard. The teeth in his mouth, they shattered into pieces. He was launched, spiraling like a bullet. boom, he crushed hard into the ground. Sasuke immediately went after him because sorcery was upon Naruto. Believing that he got the one up on Naruto, believing that Naruto wasn't prepared, he felt it in his puppet body through. His only remaining thing that kept him alive, his heart. He felt it, the sensation of death. However, it wasn't Naruto that would give it to him, because Sakura used her chain to grab the chain that he had connected to his lower stomach that was spinning like a blade. She yanked it. He was pulled through the ear with immense speed. He quickly turned his hands, trying to produce one of the elements that were still on his back. However, the wood release gripped his arms. Sakura jumped and raised her leg as she brought it down. Devastation, along with him and the entire area. It was reduced to rubbles. Naruto stepped, gazing down towards what kept him alive, his heart. Naruto crushed it under his boot, giving him no chance to recover. Deidara was struggling as he lay there when Sasuke finally approached, weapon out. However, he started to laugh. "Fine, I'll simply take you all down with me," he said, a big grin on his face. Naruto, however, saw it. Yes, he saw it. "Move," he shouted. Sasuke jumped back. Deidara explosion as his body swelled. The combination of the Rasengan and Chidori. It did not matter the amount of power that Deidara's attack released. Naruto's force was 3 times as much. The landscape shook violently as Deidara was erased. Not a single piece of him left. However, the real Deidara had hidden underground as he was hiding, crawling away, trying to make his way beyond the cave, but as he came out of the ground, 5 Naruto also emerged, their body twisting, showing that they were wooden puppets. They wrapped around him, restraining him as the real Naruto approached. "I told you, one of you will be coming back." Deidara looked up as Naruto struck him across the face, knocking him out cold. When Gaara finally woke up, he saw his friends, people there that came to his aid, and the entirety of his village. "You seem surprised. Did you really think I would just let you die?" Naruto said. Gaara looked up, smiled, tugging at his lips. He noticed the unconscious Akatsuki that bested him, due to him protecting his village. "I see a lot happened," he said. "Yes, a lot did," said Naruto. They returned back to Konoha as heroes, their bond with the Sun even greater than before. They were thankful for all their help. Deidara was immediately taken towards the interrogation department. Naruto wanted to be a part of this. Him and Sasuke, even Kakashi, with their eyes, are fully capable of breaking Deidara. Naruto took the ring off his finger. He could feel the chakra. The ring was a receiver. However, he could not send anything out. It was tied to their chakra. But he did not doubt that the Akatsuki didn't already know that they had one of them. Good work. Tsunade praised all of them. Now, they can finally know everything about these Akatsuki scums. It took less than a day and a half to break him. With their mind experts, mental and physical attacks, Deidara was giving out information, not willingly at first, but afterwards. Unfortunately though, the leader was smart. Jiraiya, Naruto asked Tsunade to send word back to him. They needed to talk. Naruto, remember Jiraiya telling him something while they were on the road? While they were heading towards Kumo, while they were going to talk to the Raikage, they were talking about something which led to them talking about his former students, his father being one of them. However, that wasn't it. Jiraiya had spoken about someone that he trained in the past, but unfortunately passed away. He spoke about their eyes that were said to be superior to the Sharingan, to the Byakugan, to all other eyes. The description fit what Naruto saw. So they waited there. With the information gathered, there was no reason to keep him alive. Deidara was executed for the crime that he posed, for the threat that he posed to Jinchurikis. He was wiped away. Now Konoha knew every single destination of the organization. However, the leader was still a mystery. Deidara simply knew a small bit about him, knowing of his eyes, which confirmed Naruto theories. However, the leader was smart enough not to give away much information to someone like Deidara. Perhaps he did not trust him, or perhaps he did trust him, but not with his own identity. However, as they sat and spoke, they knew they were no idiots. They would not return to any of these bases anytime soon. They were smart enough to make better moves than that. However, the organization has no intention of slowing down anytime soon. Not in the slightest. They had majority of the One-Tails chakra. Going after the One-Tails will incite the wrath of Konoha. And the team was too dangerous, especially that one. Thus they made their move outside of their wheelhouse. Unfortunately though, what they did not know was they were starting something even worse. It was in the office as Naruto sat with his mother discussing latest events. While that was going on, she was returning back from a mission. She bought time so her teammates could flee, running back to the village, but it will take them some time as she headed underground. She blocked off the area, thus she could keep them in here and kill them. Unfortunately though, as Yujito clashed against the two Akatsuki members, it did not matter what she did. They were just unkillable. She was knocked back, beaten out of her Jinchuriki state, as they used their immortality to their advantage. The blood. The moment he got the taste of her blood, it was over. As she was falling down to the ground, beaten and battered, the last amount of strength that she possessed, she reached upwards and formed a hand sign. What is she doing? Does she really think she can muster up any more strength? He don't laugh, mocking her patheticness, her weakness. It was Kakazu on the other hand that saw something abnormal. That hand sign. It was not one for any jutsu. What was it? Flashback. You think I can't take care of myself? Yujito said, her arms crossed, as Naruto tried to hand her the sealing tag that would apply to her. I'm not some helpless kunoichi. You know that, right? She said. Naruto came off soft but insistent. I know. You're strong. Stronger than most. But strength is not everything. Trust me on this. Keep it. It's not just a seal. It is me. If you're ever in danger, just call me. I'll come no matter what. She looked at his gaze as she sighed. You're impossible, she said to him. And you love that about me, said Naruto. Back to the present time. Naruto was in the office, sitting with Tsunade, when his arm suddenly started to glow. Yujito, he said. Tsunade, I grew sharp. What is that? She said. Naruto knew that she would never call unless it was life-threatening, unless it was horrible, unless it was Terrifyingly so. The seal had two purposes. Well, three. They used it to communicate differently. If it glowed white, it was meet up between the both of them. Or red, cancel the meetup because something got in the way. However, if it grew purple, it was bad. This was a threat. His Sharingan glowed, his eyes snapping immediately. I'm sorry. I'll explain everything later, but I have to go. The other purpose of the seal. Naruto vanished away, teleporting. Hidan and Kakuzu watch as he materialized. Naruto caught her in his arms, holding her protectively as she was falling from the sky. Her blood soaked into his coat as he pressed his healing hand on her wounds, already beginning the healing process. Her eyes half lidded, but a smile on her lips. You came, she said. Naruto kept himself together. Always. I told you. I would always be there, he said to her. Don't worry. You're gonna be fine. She passed out in his arms, smiling, putting her full trust in him, knowing that she was gonna be okay. However, inside of Naruto, as the Ninetales opened its eyes, the trees, surrounded by a flush of trees, forests, they all started to die. The Ninetales felt it. Usually Naruto gave off a calm presence. But this, the sky turned pitch red. The Sharingan eye, something the Ninetale detests greatly. But it was not for him. It was for them. Naruto rage knew no bound. Well, that was unexpected, Hidan said. Seems they're actually connected as he twirled his sight in his hand. Naruto met his gaze. I'm gonna tear you apart. Naruto used his wood clones to his disposal. One of them surrounding Yujito, moving for her, getting her out of there fast. The amount of chakra that was released, it tainted the very ear. Kakuzu, a man that fought the first Hokage, actually trembled. His stitched body, feeling like it was about to fall apart. Without his control, Naruto Sharingan twists into the Mangekyou. Those eyes, Kakuzu said, feeling the sensation. This is bad. So, you two are the immortal ones, Naruto said, knowing everything about them from Deidara. The smile on his face, it was not a smile of joy, it was a smile of pure wickedness, of enjoyment. You think you can't die? Fine. Let's put it to the test, shall we? Wood style. World Breaker Forests. The trees that erupted, some of them were taller than mountains. And they were thick. Very, very thick, their base so wide. One of Kakuzu's hearts were eradicated, trampled by the sheer ferocity and might of the behemoths that Naruto grew. Hidan's arm was torn off. The tree bursting out with such a force. The force was powerful enough to simply shred his arm into nothingness. He cursed as he fell back, another slapping him and pushing him forward into another. It was a good thing he did not fall on top of it. There shall be no escape. Naruto spoke within the darkness, as he literally caused the place to behave like it was night. The forest so powerful that it was blocking out the sun. His Mangekyou was spun. Naruto emerged in front of Hidan, who swung his sight with his one arm. Naruto ducked underneath it, twisting and grabbing the hilt. Naruto broke his arm with a single punch. He then used his elbow to hit him under the chin, snapping his head to the sky. Blood flew from his mouth. Naruto then spun and kicked him in his chest denting inwards. Kakazu launched the remaining mass, using their fire, wind, and lightning, trying to get one on Naruto as he hopped from tree to tree. But Naruto summoned his Rasendori, the name of his collaboration between the Chidori and Rasengan. Rasendori. The one technique was able to eradicate everything Kakazu threw. Naruto then met him. Kakazu hardened his body, but Naruto punched him with such a force. One of the colossal trees came down as Kakazu had to jump away, but he staggered, feeling a pain in his chest. Naruto appeared and kicked him so hard. Kakazu almost reached the top. Naruto leaped from tree to tree, besting him. He dropped both hands in Kakazu's back. If he was normal, his spine would have been shattered, and he would have been paralyzed right there and then. But Kakazu wasn't normal, now was he? His puppets met Naruto in mid-air. Naruto spun, using his chakra as a literal base. It wrapped around him and spread like a tornado, sending them sailing away. As Naruto descended from the sky, he shouted out, "You tried to take Gaara, and now Yujito. Her? You'll pay. You will all pay," he said as he descended downwards. Hidan screamed as a Mokuton arm ripped from the ground and grabbed him around the waist. More tiny arms then came from that one as they started to pull him apart. Literally. They pinned him to a tree, stabbing him with stakes. Hidan spat blood as he cursed. You can't kill me, you brat," he said. "I'm immortal." Naruto Mangekyo started to spin. Everything needs chakra to function. Naruto gripped him. His Mangekyo was spinning. Naruto started to drain every ounce of chakra out of his body. "I'll erase you," he said. Naruto's eyes were special. The reason why no one could compare to the amount of chakra that Naruto possessed. The reason why he was able to reverse the process when saving Gaara was simple. Naruto could absorb chakra. He could also direct it as well. However, his Mangekyo ability was different from most others. It wasn't simply absorbing chakra that added to his own reserves. When Naruto absorbed chakra, their chakra became a part of his. Say for example, his chakra was at 100%. Even when it lessened, the 100 was still the limit. When Naruto absorbed his enemies, it would go to 110, 120, expanding his limits. It was a scientific mystery. No human body should be able to process that amount of power, yet Naruto seemed to have no limit. And that is another thing that made him one of the most dangerous person in this entire world, maybe even beyond. Hidan convulsed. Whatever deal he made, his life was still tied. The chakra in his limbs. Naruto erased him and erased and erased. However, Naruto felt something. Something run through him as he stiffened slightly. It was Hidan's connection with his so-called god. Naruto was normal, not in the slightest. He was special in many different ways. Hidan collapsed down to the ground, without a single life left in him. As Naruto stood there, feeling something strange, Kakazu used the moment and unleashed a barrage on Naruto's back, wanting to eradicate him. However, a wood dragon was spawned immediately that swallowed their technique and released it. The mask tried to flee, but Naruto was on the bottom of the dragon. He gripped the mask and broke it with his hand. Kakazu was stunned as he started to run away, leaping and dodging and running, until the forest came down, trapping him. "This is my domain. You cannot escape me," said Naruto. He placed his hand on the tree as every single thing became electrified. Kakazu's arm was burnt as he pulled back, the electricity coursing through him. He cursed. You are nothing but a boy. I've been alive longer than you can even imagine, he said. I have gone toe to toe with the first Hokage himself. You are nothing. Keep on telling yourself that. Naruto dashed at him. Kakazu tried to trade blows, but Naruto blows, they shatter his skin. His hardening technique was nothing. He separated his body, his threads wrapping around, and tried to grip Naruto within his, self. The last choice he has, to restrain him, to cut off his ear supply. But Naruto pushed right through his back, tearing him apart. Kakazu pulled himself back together using the threads, panicking as he looked around desperately for an escape. Naruto kicked him so hard, the trees creaked and broke. Kakazu was sent sailing as Naruto ran. He grabbed him by the face and scraped him across the ground. Naruto threw him and appeared. Naruto brought down his leg. His force was at least 10 times stronger than Sakura's. Naruto caused the entire mountain to break, the impact spreading out a wide explosion that went through, because they were on a mountain despite being below the higher ones. Kakazu's body fell within the crevice of the destruction as Naruto flew straight up, just leaping into the sky. I said I would tear you all apart, Naruto shouted. Meanwhile, the Raikage was running to the area, receiving the reports from Yujito's team. Not willing to sacrifice any one of his Jinchurikis, he powered up 100% and burst through his window. He sprinted across the land. That is when he saw it. A construction. Trees erecting, taller than mountains. He came to a stop, momentarily shocked, but he continued. The closer he got, the more he felt the terrifying power. That is when he saw a strange golden thing in the air. What followed was an explosion that was able to wipe away all the trees. Given the size of those trees, that should be theoretically impossible. But as he stood there, he was left speechless. He even slowed down. When he finally approached, he found Yujito, as glowing arms were healing her. He came face to face with this boy once again. He did this. For the first time, the Raikage was truly speechless as he looked at this boy, unable to form proper words to understand what was going on. Meanwhile at Konoha, Tsunade summoned a team. However, when Sasuke spoke, I know what's going on. Explain. Now. Sasuke knew that she wasn't going to like this. It's Yujito, she's in danger. Yujito who's? It snapped in her mind. 4 months now, Naruto has been talking about that girl he met at the tuning exams. Tsunade believed that he had a little thing for her. But they had no connection, she thought. She stepped towards Sasuke. He actually shrank under her gaze. Explain. Now, she said, as he gulped. Meanwhile, as Zetsu fled from the scene, Zetsu did not understand. He wasn't human. He can't possibly be human. What was that in the end? Was it a Susanoo? Zetsu fled away, absolutely terrified. This monster was going to be the end of them all, but he can't afford for that to happen. He has to free his mother. For a moment, Zetsu doubted his mother's victory over this one, and she was a goddess. But the doubt still lingered on the tip of his tongue as he fled away. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see the next part, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. But I'm out for now. Peace.